where top brand names meet unbeatable prices. From casual, cool to clean and classic, we've got your look. Your favorite brands: Guess, Armani Exchange, Ralph Lauren, Psycho Bunny, Van Heusen and Tommy Hilfiger. Conveniently located at Twin Walls, number 69 South Trunk Road, Gulfview. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook for the latest arrivals at Silver Tag Menswear or call 780-5000 today.
गणपति बापा मोरिया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया, सिद्धि विनायक मोरिया, गिरजानंदन मोरिया, सिद्धि विनायक मोरिया, गिरजानंदन मोरिया, गणपति बापा मोरिया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया, गणपति बापा मोरिया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया, सिद्धि विनायक मोरिया, गिरजानंदन मोरिया, सिद्धि विनायक मोरिया, गिरजानंदन मोरिया, गणपति बापा मोरिया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया, गणपति बापा मोरिया। एक दंत जय मोरिया, गौरी सुत जय मोरिया, एक दंत जय मोरिया, गौरी सुत जय मोरिया, जय लंबोदर मोरिया, जय लंबोदर मोरिया, भक्त देव जय मोरिया, गणपति बापा मोरिया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया, गणपति बापा मोरिया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया, सिद्धि विनायक मोरिया, गिरिजानंदन मोरिया, सिद्धि विनायक मोरिया, गिरिजानंदन मोरिया, गणपति बापा मोरिया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया, गणपति बापा मोरिया। विघ्न विनाशक मोरिया, जय भूमेश्वर मोरिया, विघ्न विनाशक मोरिया, विघ्न विनाशक मोरिया, जय भूमेश्वर मोरिया, विघ्न विनाशक मोरिया, जय भूमेश्वर मोरिया, गजानना जय मोरिया, विद्यावारिधि मोरिया, गजानना जय मोरिया, विद्यावारिधि मोरिया, गणपति बापा मोरिया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया, गणपति बापा मोरिया, सिद्धि विनायक मोरिया, गिरिजानंदन मोरिया, सिद्धि विनायक मोरिया, गिरिजानंदन मोरिया, गणपति बापा मोरिया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया, गणपति बापा मोरिया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया, गणपति बापा मोरिया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया। सतयुग की एक बात बताए, गिरजासुत की कथा सुनाए। सतयुग की एक बात बताए, गिरजासुत की कथा सुनाए। सतयुग की एक बात बताए, गिरजासुत की कथा सुनाए।
सतयुग की बात बताए, गिरजासुत की कथा सुनाए।
प्रातः स्नान की बेला थी वो, कोई न था पहरा देखा जो, मूरत एक माटी की बनाई, प्राण प्रतिष्ठा उसमें कराई। बोली किसी को आने न देना, जब तक ना आदेश सुनाए। सतयुग की एक बात बताए, गिरजासुत की कथा सुनाए। सतयुग की एक बात बताए, गिरजासुत की कथा सुनाए। इतने में शंकर जी पधारे, और बालक ने रोके द्वारे। शिव ने पाप किया तब भारी, ले त्रिशूल निज सुत बिछराए। सतयुग की एक बात बताए, गिरजासुत की कथा सुनाए। सतयुग की एक बात बताए, गिरजासुत की कथा सुनाए। उतारा उस बालक का व्याकुल हाल था। पार्वती का भूल हुई शंकर ने जाने, कैसे किसको प्राण दिलाए। सतयुग की एक बात बताए, गिरजासुत की कथा सुनाए। सतयुग की एक बात बताए, गिरजासुत की कथा सुनाए। बोले सती के जीवो हो ऐसा, जो मांगे सन्मुख ना सोई। सृष्टि भूम के देखा शिव ने, ऐसे तो गज सुत ही पाए। सतयुग की एक बात बताए, गिरजासुत की कथा सुनाए। सतयुग की एक बात बताए, गिरजासुत की कथा सुनाए। शीश ले आए प्रभु गज सुत का, बालक को नभ जन्म दिलाया। उस दिन से बन गए गजानन हो, उस दिन से बन गए गजानन। श्री गणेश गणपति कहलाए। सतयुग की एक बात बताए, गिरजासुत की कथा सुनाए। सतयुग की एक बात बताए, गिरजासुत की कथा सुनाए। जय गणपति जय जय गजानना, जय जय गणेश गणराजा। जय गणपति जय जय गजानना, जय जय गणेश गणराजा। जय गणपति जय जय गजानना, जय जय गणेश गणराजा। जय गणपति जय जय गजानना, जय जय गणेश गणराजा। जय गणपति जय जय गजानना, जय जय गणेश गणराजा। जय गणपति जय जय गजानना, जय जय गणेश गणराजा। जय गणपति जय जय गजानना, जय जय गणेश गणराजा। जय गणपति जय जय गजानना, जय श्री गणेश।
प्रेम से बोले श्री गणेश भगवान की। Children of God, put in the hands together, closing the physical eyes. We concentrate and meditate upon the Divine Master as we ask for guidance and protection. We all pray. Hari Om Gajananam Bhutaganathi Sevitam Kapeta Jumbo Palisar Bhakshanam Umasutam Shoka Vinashikarkam Namami Vigneshwar Parapankajam Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Saraswati Rupena Sanskritam Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaram Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। नागेन्द्रहारं त्रिलोचनायां भस्माङ्गराय महेश्वराय नित्याय शुद्धाय दिगम्बराय तस्मै नकाराय नमः शिवाय। ॐ अञ्जनीगर्भासन्मुखो वायुपुत्रो महाबलं कुमारो ब्रह्मचारी चां हनुमान मे प्रसीद मे। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम। प्रेम से बोले श्री गणेश भगवान की जय। स्वागतम श्री गणेश शरणं गतं श्री गणेश। स्वागतं 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 श्री गणेश शरणं गतं श्री गणेश। हे स्वागतं श्री स्वागतं श्री स्वागतं श्री गणेश। स्वागतं श्री स्वागतं श्री स्वागतं श्री गणेश। स्वागतं श्री स्वागतं श्री स्वागतं श्री गणेश। स्वागतं श्री स्वागतं श्री स्वागतं श्री हरि बोल। स्वागतं श्री गणेश शरणं गतं श्री गणेश। स्वागतं श्री गणेश शरणं गतं श्री गणेश। Love and forgiveness, peace and love, please come to my life. Love and forgiveness, peace and love, please come to my life. Oh, Swagatam Sri Ganesh, Sharanam Gatam Sri Ganesh. Swagatam Sri Ganesh, Sharanam Gatam Sri Ganesh. Swagatam Sri Ganesh, Sharanam Gatam Ganesh. प्रेम से बोले श्री गणेश भगवान की जय। May you all please stand as we shall now have the first arati.
त्वमेव सर्वं सर्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं वै शरणोतमो भवति यो दातैर्यजति स यशोवान् भवति स वै लाभान् भवति यो मोदकसहस्रेण जलति स वाञ्छितफलमवाप्नोति यस्याद्यसमिर्भिरीयते स सर्वल्लभते स सर्वल्लभते अष्टौ ब्राह्मणान् संग्राहयित्वा सूर्यवरचन्द्रे भवति सूर्यचन्द्रे महास्यान् श्रीमातं यदौ वाचन्द्वा सिद्धमन्त्रो भवति महाविद्वान् प्रमुच्यते महादोषात् प्रमुच्यते स सर्वविद् भवति स सर्वविद् भवति य एवं वेद इत्युपनिषत् ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागसस्तनोभिः व्यसेम देवैरञ्जदायुः ॐ स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्तिनं पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ पुनस्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनामधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं करतासि त्वमेव केवलं करतासि त्वमेव केवलं करतासि त्वमेव सर्वं सर्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं सत्यं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि तव त्वं मां अवमन्तारं तव श्रोतारं अवधातारम् अवानुचारमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात् अवचोत्वात्तात् अवान्तरात्तात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयिदयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो निलो नभः त्वं चत्वारिरात्मदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः वायुको विनोध्यासंसि नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वं इन्द्रस्त्वं अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मपूर्वमस्मरो गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादिं तदनन्तरं अनुस्वारं परतरः नरतेन्द्रसितं कालेन रुद्धम् एतत्तवमनुस्वरूपं तकारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारश्चान्तरूपम्।
Prem se bole Sri Ganesh Bhagwan ki. May you all please have your seats. आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान के सूरज चमका दे भगवान। आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान के सूरज चमका दे भगवान। भक्त हरे हम राह दिखारे, भगवन राह दिखारे। भक्त हरे हम राह दिखारे, भगवन राह दिखारे। करम करम पर किरण बिछारे, भगवन किरण बिछारे। करम करम पर किरण बिछारे, भगवन किरण बिछारे। इन अखियन को प्रभु करारे, इन अखियन को प्रभु करारे। ज्योति से पहचान, ज्योति से पहचान। आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, हम तो है संतान तिहारी, प्रभु संतान तिहारे। हम तो है संतान तिहारी, प्रभु संतान तिहारे। तेरी दया के हम अधिकारी, प्रभु है हम अधिकारी। तेरी दया के हम अधिकारी, प्रभु है हम अधिकारी। दुनिया होवे सुखी हमारे, दुनिया होवे सुखी हमारी। ऐसा दे वरदान, ऐसा दे वरदान। आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान के सूरज चमका दे भगवान। आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। प्रेम से बोले श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। Call him Allah, call him Ram, call him Krishna, call him Christ, call him Allah, call him Ram, call him Krishna, call him Christ, call him Allah.
Call him Krishna, call him Christ.
He is the creator of this universe, and the fountain of love ever flows. He is the creator of this universe, and the fountain of love ever flows. Open your heart hearts and let Baba in. Open your hearts and let Baba in. Oh!
Call him Allah, call him Ram, call him Krishna, call him Christ. Call him Allah, call him Ram, call him Krishna, call him Christ.
He is always there for you and me. Baba wishes us to love and forgive. He is always there for you and me. Baba wishes us to love and forgive. A friend is he, a friend indeed. Open your hearts and let Baba in.
Call him Allah, call him Ram, call him Krishna, call him Christ. Call him Allah, call him Ram, call him Krishna, call him Christ.
He is the same God to all man, all pervading, loving and kind. He is the same God to all man, all pervading, loving and kind. Shri Baba Satya Sai Baba, open your hearts and let Baba in.
Call him Allah, call him Ram, call him Krishna, call him Christ. Call him Allah, call him Ram, call him Krishna, call him Christ.
Prince Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki. A song given to me by God to sing, and I sing it when I can remember the words, because He gave me the words and I didn't write it down. So when I remember it, I sing it. So I remember it this evening and I sing it. Prince Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki jai. We now commence our katha.
गणपति विघ्न विनाशनहारी गणपति विघ्न विनाशनहारी जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 श्री गणेश जय जय भगवान जय श्री गणेश जय जय भगवान
जय श्री गणेश जय जय भगवान जय श्री गणेश जय जय भगवान ब्रह्मा बोले तब गौरी ने मरीचि के गोधा से आपने पुत्र को पूत लिया तथा उनको नमस्कार करके उनसे अज्ञान लेकर आत्यंता हिरयशता होकर आपने घर में चले गए। जय श्री गणेश जय जय भगवान। वहाँ भरी ऋषि भी उससे अनुमति लेकर कथा शिव को प्राणमा करतात उनसे अनुज्ञा प्राप्त कर आपने आश्रम में चले गए थे। जय श्री गणेश, जय श्री गणेश, जय जय भगवान। तब एक बार उन्हें पार्वती ने शुभ दिन और शुभ मुहूर्त में गौतम अधाम ब्रह्मान को भल कर उनको बैठ कर पहले स्वयं उन ब्राह्मण की प्राणमा करके जब उन बालक को उनके चरण में नाथ किया है। जय श्री गणेश, जय जय भगवान। जय श्री गणेश, जय जय भगवान। जय श्री गणेश, जय जय भगवान। जय जय गणपति, जय गणपति, जय गणेश, जय गणपति, जय 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 गणपति, जय गणपति, जय गणेश, जय गणपति। हरि बोल। जय जय गणपति, जय गणपति, जय गणेश, जय गणपति, जय जय गणपति, जय गणपति, जय गणेश, जय गणपति, जय जय। श्री गणेश भगवान की जय। Sorry, Shreya, so I had to start to talk ill, otherwise I'd continue. When I go on in the last Shreya, start dancing, and then that's the time I decide to stop. Prem Subala Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki jai. So devotees and friends, our katha commenced this evening at a wonderful position. Bhagwan Ganesh has been given that protection, what you will commonly call a tabij, you know. Marichi had asked of Shiva Bhagwan to make sure that he got that and so on to be protected because he was just 5 months old. So I'm talking about a Shri Ganesh, not big like him there, but 5 months old. So we're talking about 5 months old baby this evening, you know. And so devotees and friends, after all that ceremony went, it tells to us that Kasyapa recited the protective mantras of Ganesh to Mudkal. And so that great sage, Mudhavya, he kindly described this protective amulet to Kasyapa, and that was installed to the child. So we would come to understand now that celebration is about to start for this child at 5 months. So it says here, after making her obeisances and so on, Gauri then took her son from the lap of her husband, who has prepared him with this beautiful protection from all the Rakshasis and Asuras and so on. And so, my dear friends, after receiving permission, she went to her own home and filled with great joy. Meaning she went to her apartment. Then, my dear friends, she too, after receiving permission and bowing to Bhagwan Shiva, went from there to the ashram. Devotees and friends, so Gauri Mata was with Ganesh Bhagwan 5 months old in the ashram of Kasyapa. And it says that auspicious hour came and Gauri had her child into the ashram. And there she summoned Gautama Brahmana. And so, my dear friends, having many other Brahmins there, she had made obeisances to him and the sages. Holding many gifts in her hands, all the host of gods came to him there. So Ganesh Bhagwan, my dear friends, at 5 months old was visited by all the celestial beings, and every one of them brought special gifts for him. The heavenly musicians, the Gandharvas, were all there also. Devotees and friends, our katha continues as Gauri now said to the Brahmins, "Excellent Brahmin, deliberate with all the other Brahmins." So she's talking to Gautama Rishi. Deliberate with the other Brahmins and perform an act of devotion for Sri Ganesh. Devotees and friends, you see, I always tell, our scriptures are being set in the highest form of protocol. Gautama Rishi was the highest among all the other Brahmins there. She didn't talk to one down below and tell him to go and arrange with the others. No. She went to Gautama Rishi and deliberated and tell him to go to the other Brahmins and now prepare that celebration, prepare that devotion for Ganesh Bhagwan. Let us listen how that celebration took place. Prem se bole Shri Ganesh Bhagwan ki jai.
Jai Gananaya, Sri Gananaya, Jai Gananaya, Sri Gananaya, Jai Gananaya, Sri Gananaya, Mangal Murti Modiya, 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 Jai Sri Ganesh, Jai Jai Bhagwan, Jai Sri Ganesh, Jai Jai Bhagwan,
Jai Sri Ganesh, Jai Jai Bhagavan. Jai Sri Ganesh, Jai Jai Bhagavan. वे सभी मुनि बोले आज गुरुवार त्रयोदशी तिथि तथे पौष नक्षत्र जय श्री गणेश भगवान अतः आज ही इस बलक का भूमि में आप वेशना का महोत्र सब करना चाहिए जय श्री गणेश जय जय भगवान तब कृत समध केश भूमि में नाम प्रकार की रलो के समूह को रख कर अतिशग्रे उन्हें रतियों से निर्मिता चातुष्का बन दिया जय 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 श्री गणेश तब गणेश पूजन तब पुण्य वाचन करके उस दिव्य वस्त्रा की अच्छा दिन चतुष्का में पार्वती ने आपने पुत्रा को भेंट कर उनका सुहागिन त्रयों के द्वार आधार की सत्य निरजन करे वयाम वहाँ बालक उस चतुष्का में भीचे हुए दीप मन आयो के समूहा पर ठाठ था नाना प्रकार के आभूषण से देते मन हो रहा। जय श्री गणेश जय जय भगवान, जय श्री गणेश जय जय भगवान, जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय हरि बोल जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणपति So the sages then decided, excuse me, the sages then decided, my dear friends, that it is Guruvar. Guruvar is Thursday. So devotees and friends, all the Brahmins then deliberated, and all the sages, my dear friends, then said it is Guruvar. Why it is that as Hindus, so many of us keep this vrat and fast on a Thursday. Thursday, my dear friends, is Guruvar. It is the day of the Guru. And also, my dear friends, the day that was chosen here, the nakshatra was very positive, but it was also the 13th Tithi. It was the Trayodasi Tithi. And so, my dear friends, on the Trayodasi Tithi, Bhagwan Shiva is worshipped. So, other than it was Guruvar, it was the day to worship the Guru, it was also the day to pray to Bhagwan Shiva. So they said, oh, this is very auspicious. Let us have a celebration for this wonderful child, Sri Ganesh. And so, devotees and friends, it tells to us, great Samad, that great saint, remember him from past gone? It says here, he then quickly went into the ground, the deposit of the ground, and he got, my dear friends, from the deposit of the ground, great, all different kinds of jewels. And there he made a necklace for Bhagwan Ganesh. He made a necklace from the natural, deposits that came out of the earth, the jewels which came out of the earth. And they put that on the neck of Bhagwan Ganesh. Devotees and friends. Then they had very auspicious statements and invocation. And they had Ganesh Bhagwan seated on a very, actually sort of seated, because at 5 months you can't be moving too much, but you roll and you shift and everything else. And they had him covered with celestial cloth, nice covering and everything else. He was, in association with the woman and good character. So you see, today when we're having a celebration for our children, on the 12th day, what do we do? What do we have on the 12th day for our children when they're born? Nobody know here what we just have on the 12th day when children born? Barahi, but what the Barahi is? The Barahi is a big fete, not so? Gallons of wines and herds of goat and sheep and everything else, not so? Can the baby enjoy that? My dear friends, on the 12th day, Ganesh Puja is supposed to be done. On the 12th day, Ganesh Puja is to be done, and the name of the child should be then given on the 12th day. The name of the child will be given on the time of birth just to the parents, the mother and the father. Not a single person else will know that name. Now before baby born, everybody know name where baby coming with and everything else, because now you know if it's boy or girl before the baby born self. Prem se bole Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki. So all these auspicious celebrations have disappeared because of the advancement of technology, So devotees and friends, it tells to us, at this 5 months, what did they do? Invocations. Invocations to the Divine Lord was made, my dear friends. And so, my dear friends, it says here that great gifts were given to the child. Jewelry and all those sort of things. But my dear friends, Mother Gauri or Parvati, Aditi, what was the benediction? She made sure she include that message of ahimsa in all the celebration. And what is the message of ahimsa? The message of ahimsa is non-violence. Why did she do it at a child 5 years old? Children of God, this have been proven. Psychologically, this have been proven. From the moment the baby is being conceived, the baby starts accumulating what is taking place in the environment through the mother. And when the baby is being born, whatever is being said and whatever is being done around the baby, it has been absorbed on the baby's mind. Up until 14 years, my dear friends, everything you say and do to a child, it absorbs on the child mind. You know why we have so much of domestic, violence and all of that in the school and all of that these days? It's not a today thing, It is something which started back when the baby was a baby. And the baby do something wrong as the child was growing up, and the mother say, "I go break your hand." The child didn't go somewhere on time and reach back home on time after school. "I go break your foot. I go kill you." So what growing in the child of the mind? When the child grow up, my dear friends, child get married, and the child, probably the wife makes some little mistake. The child grew up with that on his mind. If a mistake is made, I had to break your hand. So it licks down the road. And that's how domestic violence started and start coming around. It's because what is embedded in the mind of the child and grown into adulthood. Devotees and friends, and this is the reason why Aditi, Gauri Mata, made sure at 5 months old, she included a discourse of ahimsa. The child cannot answer, the child cannot understand in reality that discourse, but that, my dear friends, will be saturated in the mind of the child, and the child will grow with that principle of ahimsa, not to ill-speak anybody, not to cause pain to anyone, in mind, body, nor spirit. Prem se bole Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki jai, Ganesh Bhagavan ki jai. Devotees and friends, and with all of this, then, my dear friends, it says gifts were given to the Brahmins, and also gifts were given to the wives of the sages and the Brahmins, and the daughters of the sages and the Brahmins. Prem se bole Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki. Devotees and friends, Girija, nowhere is there another And this is what they're telling now to Parvati Devi. It says that there is no one nowhere in this place that is as fortunate as you, O Girija, to have a son who is adorned with all good characteristics. My dear friends, as a parent, you feel proud, you feel happy when your children are growing up with the good qualities. When you can stand and keep your head straight forward, and your children will not have you bending your head and walking in shame. Votis and friends, they are now telling to Adhiti that you are so great, you are so, fortunate that you have a child with all these good qualities, characteristics. Children of God, parents, that can only happen if you instill it from the time the baby is being conceived. But how many mistake babies we have these days? Very many. Very many mistake babies. And when I say mistake babies, I think the adults will understand what I'm talking about. Prem se bole Sri Ganesh Bhagwan ki. My dear friends, the celebration is on. Ganesh Utsav is going on. Celebration is on. But every time you are enjoying yourself, every time a family, my dear friends, have placed all the correct and good things in its right perspective in the home, something happened. Let us listen as the katha continues.
इतने में शंकर जी पर आए और बालक ने रोके द्वारे। शिव ने पाप किया तब मारे, ले त्रिशूल निज सुत पितराए। सतयुग की एक बात बताए, गिरजा सुत की कथा सुनाए। सतयुग की एक बात बताए, गिरजा सुत की कथा सुनाए। जय श्री गणेश जय जय भगवान, जय श्री गणेश जय जय भगवान।
जय श्री गणेश जय जय भगवान, जय श्री गणेश जय जय भगवान। इस प्रकार का सभी शुभम लक्षणों से युक्तम, पुत्रा भी कहे किसी का नहीं है। ब्रह्मा बोले जब सभी, श्रेयं इस प्रकार वार्तालाप कर रही थी। तभी महाधुष्ट व्योमसुर, जो व्योम मकरन तथा नाना प्रकार की माया करने में रक्षातम। जय श्री गणेश जय जय भगवान। वह आया तीनों लोक में, उसके समान बलशाली कोई नहीं काम। पार्वती के घर से द्वारे के पास एक का वृक्ष था, जो नाना शक्त हो से युक्त था, जिसे se kadho hatim evan kalpatan kalina adhi bhi nahi dhodhan sakte the. Jai Sri Ganesh, Jai Jai Bhagavan. Jai Sri Ganesh, Jai Jai Bhagavan. Jai Sri Ganesh, Jai Jai Bhagavan. Jai Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganapati, Jai 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 Ganapati, Jai Ganapati. Jai Hari Hari Bol. Jai Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganapati, Jai Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganapati. Ganesh Bhagwan ki. And my dear friends, like everything else, Prabhu Shri Ram, Lakshman and Sita, they were very happy in Panchavati in that hut. And what happened there? They were enjoying mind, body and spirit all together, enjoying self. Then what happened? Ravan came and sent the demon Marich to disturb and cause the distress and the pain. Here, my dear friends, in the ashram of Kasyapa, everything was very happy. Everybody was enjoying themselves. And there it tells to us, there a demon entered, my dear friends. Vyoma Masur came. He said he had such big ears, the ears were touching the clouds. And devotees and friends. This Vyoma Masur was master of Maya, he was master of the illusion. He had many, many illusions. He had many tricks that he could have performed. And in front of the ashram, my dear friends, there was a very strong old mango tree. It says that mango tree there was there. It says it was so strong that not even 100 elephants could have broken that tree. But this demon, my dear friends, manifested himself and went inside the tree trunk. And when he went inside of the tree trunk, it started to blow now. And everybody now, my dear friends, in the celebration became very frightened that the tree is going to fall and crash on them. They were all surprised. They were all my dear friends. They wanted to know, how come this tree? The wind could not have shaken this tree the way it is shaking. How this tree is shaking like this? So everybody ran, my dear friends. They ran for shelter. And in running for shelter, they forget baby Ganesh, 5 months old, there in the ashram. At 5 months old, my dear friends, baby Ganesh recognized the demon in the mango tree. It don't take much to recognize, my dear friends, the dynamical qualities in people, you know. Once you're a divine being, you know, once you're a divine being, you just have to pass by and you feel the vibrations of those negative qualities. Mind you, I'm not saying people are demons, mind you. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying when the demonical qualities are embedded into the minds of people, you will feel it. If your husband angry and coming home, as he walking through the front door, the wife does know that he is thinking right. He has no love in his heart there right now. Is angry, something bothering him. And same thing if the wife is angry for something home, as the husband reaching, he stay quiet one time because he knows she's something up. And the moment he says something, it's trouble. You feel it. Vibrations, my dear friends, is what we live by in this world. That is why Binu Satasanga Vivekana Hoi Rama Kripana Sulabana Soi, that we must have the blessings of God to be into satsang. Pratham Bhakti Santana Karasanga, that it is very important to find yourself in the company of the saints and where there is satsang, to help build those vibrations, my dear friends. That is the reason why it is so important to have the instructions of the Scriptures embedded into our lives, because the words of the Scriptures are the words of the saints who have left us and gone many years by. So when we have that embedded into our lives and we start living those information that we collect from the Scriptures, my dear friends, then we will be able to emanate and send that positive vibration. So they forget poor Ganesha in the ashram. But Mr. Ganesha, 5 months old, felt and he knew the demon inside of the mango tree. And my dear friends, when nobody was there, he took his hands and he hit the mango tree one lash, and the mango tree break into 100 pieces. What happened? We hear in the final verse for this evening.
शीश उतारा उस बालक का, व्याकुल हाल था पार्वती का। भूल हुई शंकर ने जानी, कैसे किसको प्राण दिलाई। सतयुग की एक बात बताए, गिरजासुत की कथा सुनाए। सतयुग की एक बात बताए, गिरजासुत की कथा सुनाए। जय श्री गणेश, जय जय भगवान। जय श्री गणेश, जय जय भगवान।
जय श्री गणेश, जय जय भगवान। जय श्री गणेश, जय जय भगवान। तब पार्वती ने उन सभी गणों एवं अन्य जनों को शक्त कर देकर विधा किया। जय श्री गणेश, जय जय भगवान। वहाँ आई हुई सभी स्त्रियों को भी शक्कर देकर विधा किया। और तब वहाँ जय श्री गणेश, जय जय भगवान। आपने उस पुत्रा के साथ आपने घर के अंदर चली गई। जो भक्ति भवा भाल मनुष्य ईश पुण्यम अख्या मन को सुनाता है, उसके जीवन में कोई बधाई नहीं। अतीत वहाँ सर्वत्र नर्व रहता है। जय श्री गणेश, जय जय भगवान। Jai Sri Ganesh, Jai Jai Bhagavan. Jai Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganapati, Jai Jai, Jai Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganesh. Hari Bol! Devotees and friends, what followed? All the sages and their wives. Devotees and friends, it says that the tree was broken. And when the tree was broken, some of the people even get little damage with the little branches falling and so on. It says in an opera, Gauri ran up to her son. The sages then said to her, the Daitya is dead, the demon is dead. Here is your son. Then she saw the boy he stood strong like a mountain. Picking up, holding her in her lap, she happily gave him, the breast to milk from. And she remembered Marichi's statement and praised Maheshwar and Ishwar. It says, everyone who seeks that help from Maheshwar, everyone who seeks that help from Ganesha, everyone who seeks that help from Ishwar, whosoever try to destroy or kill them, they will die like the moth going into the lantern, the moth going into the light. When the moth going into the light, my dear friends, what happened to the moth? The moth dies. I give that example on the next katha from Ramayana, where Narad was, Prabhu Shri Ram was telling to Narad, he says a young woman is like the light and the young man is like the moth. Prem se bole Sri Ganesh Bhagwan ki jai. But here it tells to us, it says anyone, my dear friends, who trust in God, Ishwar Bhagwan, he says, and they try to destroy you, they try to harm you, they will fall like the moth that goes near to the lantern. Devotees and friends, the sages and their wife then went home. Some of the hosts then left after, and they had seen the boy uninjured. Devotees and friends, O Adhiti, O Parvati, O Gauri, you are a very fortunate lady. Your son is well protected from all asuras. And so, my dear friends, we must pray for our children, we must dedicate our children, we must give our children to God so that they will be protected. There are many evil, crooked, demons out there. And I can't say they're only looking around only for the young girls, they're looking around also for the young boys. Prem Sabolo Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan ki. Parents, you have to keep and hold your boy children and your girl children very strong in your hand. Let it tell you that you're controlling a little bit. Nothing wrong if they tell you the controlling is. Later down in life, they will understand how great and how privileged they have to have parents who can hold them and guide them through the right path. Prem Sabolo Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan ki. So devotees and friends, how fortunate you are that your child is protected from all the asuras. And so too, my dear friends, we have to pray for our children. We have to pray for our children, not to leave them alone, not to allow them, you see they're going on the wrong path, and you're afraid to tell them because you're afraid you lost your child. Well, if you tell them, you can still lose your child. So the better thing is to tell them, hold them, and let it vex with you a little bit. Nothing wrong for that. When you see anything crazy, invite them for pizza. My girls don't like to hear me say, children, let's go for pizza. The first thing they ask, Dad, what it is? No, let me go for pizza. And I use those moments in a very nice way while they're waiting for the pizza. I tell them what I have to tell and what I observe and what I see and what I have to change. One thing I don't do, I am not the one in the house who would have the little stick and the switch over them. Not because I want them to say, well, okay, like me more than the mother, because they still love the mother quite a lot, even more than me, I believe. But she's the one who won't make a mistake. She will just get them on the path. And we have to, one in the house, my dear friends, one parent have to take that decision. We cannot let the children do what they feel to do, when they want to do, and how they have to do it. No. You will regret it later on in life. And it is better, my dear friends, they vex with us a little bit than we have regrets later down in life. Here they're telling to us, and I'm using the same katha to tell us how we have to protect our children, The last katha, the last chapter of this book, tell us of how they had all these prayers and everything else to put the protection for Bhagwan Ganesh under 5 months old, We fed in from the time baby born coming. I always tell the fathers coming, after the baby is being born. Once the baby is not born in this house, and most time babies are born in the nursing home or the hospital, as the father leaves the house of birth, and that's either the hospital or the nursing home, and he reach home, he takes a shower and he becomes pure, and he have to reach by Pandit to make sure that he does a havan to thank the Lord that his wife is safe and she was able to bring forth a wonderful child for them in the world. Not the child that you're praying for, you're praying for the child on the 12th day. The first person you have to give thanks to God for is that your wife is safe. But no, I'm telling to you, the amount of them that stop in the spirit place before they reach by Pandit, yes, the child born so and so time, but I can't come inside the bandiri, I'll stay outside here in a chair. And then you go tell me what to tell me, what I have to do. My dear friends, if the child is born in the house, then the house remains unclean for 10 days. But once the child is not born into the house, it is the mother alone that remains unclean for 10 days. The older folks, they say 21 days, but the scriptures tell us 10 days. 10 days for birth and 10 days for death. So after the 10 days after death also, my dear friends, 72 hours after that, your house and yourself become pure, and you can do all the devotion that you want to do thereafter. Children of God, they stop you from doing Havan, they stop you from doing all these things after your loved one died for 1 year. Nobody tells to you, the Garud Puran tells to you, that if you believe and you feel that your loved one is floating around and they have not found the rest, to do a Gayatri Havan. The book tell you that, not Pandit telling you that. And soon after that 13 days, which is 72 hours after the 10 days, your house become pure, all weddings and everything else can take place. But today our Hindu wedding is a fete. How a fete could be, acceptable when you lost a loved one? It cannot. But the ceremonies, the mantras and bringing together children can take place. Our Pitri Paksha is coming. How many people are afraid to pray now? Because, oh God, there's spirit outside. Spirit outside, I had to give them food, I had to give them this, I had to give them that, and I had to give them the other. And if I ain't give them, this is trouble. My dear friends, we plant a kush grass. A kush grass. Some people plant 10, 12, 13, 21, 24, how much they could remember. But you plant a kush grass. Now, if your pundit tell you plant 24, you go ahead. I don't want to break anybody pundit's guidance. What I'm telling to you, as far as my knowledge can tell to me, my dear friends, you plant a kush grass. And that kush grass represents Brahma, Vishnu, and Lord Shiva. So, my dear young people, do not take what you hear the old people saying, that you offer in there and your grandfather and your grandmother are going to come. Because as Hindus, we believe in reincarnation. So it means that some of us, I might have been somebody else, grandfather somewhere down the road now who doing Pitri Paksha. If when I sleep in the night, I hear somebody saying, Babulal, come, take this now, I'll pick this. How are we going to call them back from the new body which they get on the day of, my dear friends? This is what we prepare. We ask of God on the 13 days, let that new body be formed. Let that new body be formed. Let the old one be closed. And we ask of them, let them become one with you. So Brahma, Vishnu, and Lord Shiva, the creator, the sustainer, and the one who is reabsorbing, receive the offerings from you on Pitri Paksha and take it to Aryama Devta, the Lord of the heavens, that same Lord Krishna. And it has been transported to 7 generations of our family back, present, and 7 generations down the road. 7 generations down. So if you just confine your offerings to 3 or 4 ancestors that gone, what about the others? And when you make that offering to Brahma, Vishnu, and Lord Shiva, 7 generations in the back will receive, and 7 generations in front will benefit from the blessings of that great deed that you're doing. And don't let nobody fool you and tell you that only Hinduism think about that. In that great book of our friends, it tells to us that the sins of the parent, child in 7 generations down can have to pay for it. So if the child 7 generations down can pay for the sins of yours today, why it is they cannot receive the blessings of what you have done today? Only they could receive the sin, they can't receive the blessings? They can. So my dear friends, I want to tell to you, have no fear. Because you are not making this for any dead person. You're offering this to Brahma, Vishnu, and Lord Shiva, who will transport it. They are the ones responsible for creation, sustenance, and destruction. And Aryama Devta is responsible for taking it through the heavenly world. Prem se bole Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki, Shri Krishna Bhagavan ki. So my dear friends, at the ending of my katha, talking about good virtues and keeping our children in the good path, what will I reach? I reach telling all about Pitri Paksha. But I was talking to Ganesh brother, and he asked me a few things. So I think that the Lord guided me and said, okay, this is the opportunity that everybody should benefit. I shouldn't tell him alone. I tell everybody. So my dear friends, these are the informations. My information that I give to you does not come just from my head or what somebody tell me. It comes from our scriptures. Come into my prayer room and you will see the top of my library is filled with books all tied in red cloth and yellow cloth. Those are the original texts that we have. Down below have the English version of the same thing from above. Prem se Sri Ganesh Bhagwan ki. I bring my katha to a close this evening. I hand over now to Ganesh.
Sitaram devotees, a warm welcome to each and every one of you. This being our last evening of devotion to Sri Ganesh in the Utsav period, the Utsav celebration for 2025. Panaji, thank you once more for wonderful katha. So as usual, you all know in our organization, the last day we have a little small program, right? So it wouldn't be long, just bear with us for a little bit. We try to honor our community leaders in some way or the other. So I'll just go along quickly. In our midst, we have our local government representative, our councillor for the Felicity endeavor, Mr. Sundar Joku. Thank you very much for gracing us with your presence. I would like you to just say a few words, maybe bring greetings on behalf of the corporation. Let us welcome Sundar Joku.
Thank you very much, Ganesh, on Ganesh Utsav celebration. I think this young man was blessed to do this. He was so blessed that he had the name as well. To our Reverend Panditji, excellent discourse. You didn't went off track. As you say, God bless you with the vision and the will to express these views and enlighten most of us. And definitely you did give me some knowledge there with the pitchy patch. And I thank you for that. To the young man who's singing, you have an amazing voice. You know, may God continue to bless you. May Ganesh Baba continue to bless you. And my sister with the tabla, you are amazing. And the rest of the lovely singers and dholak player, and especially the young lady who dances. As Baba say, when he done sing, then she ready to dance. But nothing wrong with that. You know, and most importantly, you amazing devotee who come night after night, our specially invited guests, our captain from the search and rescue. So, pleasant good night. I know you have a busy schedule, but you take the time to come and give thanks with all of us here in Felicity. It is commendable of you. This Utsav brings so much of us together, one way or the other. And this tells us, no matter what we may think and how we may feel in life, it only takes God to bring each and every one of us together. And this is where we must learn humility, forgiveness, and love for each other. Babaji? I personally would like to thank Ganesh. Ganeshji, you know, even the Ram Leela celebration, Ganesh would be there and offer his assistance as well. I think anyone needs assistance, Ganesh is the go-to guy. And he never fails to assist in whatever way he can. And may Lord Ganesh shower his choices blessing upon you and your family, your mom, your brother, your kids, your wife, the entire home circle. Panditji, Reverend Panchamji, you know, you're always there to guide me along my journey in life. Whenever I need an advice, I come to you. You never once say, well, you have nothing negative to say or you don't have time. You just always say, come sit down. Even this evening, Ganesh told me, come and sit in front. I see Panditji, I went to acknowledge. And I sit with him. And then, you know, of course, he told me to come up front. Today, well, His Worship the Mayor is supposed to be here. I bring greetings on behalf of His Worship, Mayor of Shagwanas, Faik Mohammed, the Shagwanas Borough Corporation. By extension, myself and my family wish you all the best, and may God continue to bless each and every one of you, all here this evening immensely, for taking your time. There's so much thing you could have done or wish to be done, but you choose to be here for this blessing and this Utsav. Again, may you all reach home safely. Keep Ganesh Baba in your hearts, and the love that you all sharing today, continue shining with that love. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Sundar Joku. Councillor Sundar Joku is also the president of the First Ramlila Committee in Felicity also. So moving along, I have a young lady, I'll call her a young lady. Right? We met a couple of years ago and in a, how should I say it, unfortunate situation. But it turned out to be really good after. I would like to introduce Miss Alana King to just for 2 minutes say a few words. This Utsav celebrations. Anna.
Sitaram, everyone. Respected elders, esteemed hosts of the Felicity Ganesh Utsav Committee, distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, Baba, Sitaram. I'm deeply humbled and thankful for the opportunity Ganesh has given me tonight to address you. First and foremost, I wish to thank our gracious hosts, Mr. Ganesh and Mrs. Raghunanan, Mr. and Mrs. Raghunanan, for opening their home and their hearts to all of us gathered here. Not just this evening, but year after year. I'm always invited as well. Thank you. I think when we make the Lord our beloved, work and service becomes our greatest joy. And I see that happening here, year after year. This is a labor of love. I always feel that when I enter your premises, Ganesh. May Lord Ganesh bless your family and community for making him your beloved one. Friends, we are in a different season right now. We are looking at the news, right? And I came here just to tell you that all will be well, and here's why. Every year we witness the Felicity Ganesh Utsav Committee presenting this offering of service to community and to culture, and it helps keep age-old traditions alive and well. That's so important for human progress. These traditions have carried our people through centuries of challenges, transformations, threats, and changes. Many events throughout history have never been imagined before they happened. The people living in those times never thought that certain things would have happened, but they happened. And these same traditions help them to foster kinship, togetherness, forgiveness among men, peace, and human continuity. This is how we survive, and this is how we thrive as human beings. And it's how we'll continue to go, no matter what happens. This is why I can tell you all will be well, because we know how to continue in love and peace despite challenges or changes. So we've already been here before, worshiping in faith, serving each other, serving God, and keeping hope alive in happy traditions like this one. Now is the time for all of us to remember these things and to remember the great value of simple practices that keep us going, never stopping, never losing heart or doubting over what we see and hear, but just keeping our peace through humble prayer and worship. I once came here not fully knowing Lord Ganesha as the remover of obstacles, the symbol of wisdom, and the bringer of new beginnings. My friend Ganesh invited me to pray and make an offering a few years ago, right here, and I did so. I was very sick at that point in time, and I asked Lord Ganesh for the renewal of my health at that time. Now here I am today because I got the health I asked for, but also all the wisdom that comes with healing through faith. So the obstacle was removed, indeed it was, and I also gained the wisdom about healing. Now, whose work was that? This is why I'm back here today, to say thank you and to remind everyone that having faith in God is what it comes down to for all of us, because faith is where power lies. Friends, I really pray this Ganesh Utsav festival is made possible every single year. I really do hope so. So hope itself can be kept alive, and the people who come here can leave with possibility, just like I did once. Possibility as an option to their impossible circumstances. The Felicity Ganesh Utsav festival reminds us that even in times of difficulty, when a nation is tested, we can find strength and resilience in simple yet powerful traditions built around faith. As a postgraduate student of international relations now, I understand that nations, just as individuals, do not stand tall by their wealth alone. They stand tall when their people hold fast to faith, family, and community. They stand tall when culture is not forgotten, but passed lovingly from hand to hand across generations, just like this. This evening, as I look upon this gathering, I'm very happy to see the presence of elders here, those who have carried the weight of struggle and who have made quiet sacrifices for the benefit of others and for the greater good. We will never know what some of our seniors have endured or what they gave up, but if we glance into their eyes sometimes, we will see that ocean of fire and mercy that they carry, that only years and human experience can reflect in eyes. May God bless our elders, all of you listening, all of you looking on. May God bless all of you, all our elders. Thank you. You always know best, and we trust you. We trust you. To the leaders of this world, we don't know who is looking on or listening, who are also seniors by experience, working tirelessly for your people and their future. Your efforts are not in vain. They never are. And we will continue to pray with you and work with you. We thank you for always considering the sanctity of each human life in every single decision you alone are burdened to make. And this statement goes to our leaders. May God always bless you to find a way to honor what is divine. For there are some things that will never belong to us. So we just have to hold it carefully while we are here. May Lord Ganesha remove all obstacles before us, bless our elders and leaders with clarity and wisdom, and bless each one of us, including the children and youth, with peace, prosperity, and enduring hope throughout all the seasons of our lives and those times ahead of us. Thank you, and may the joy and blessings of Lord Ganesh remain with you. Sitaram. Sitaram Baba.
Thank you very much, Alana. I do apologize. I got my papers mixed up to read your bio. A small bio, but I will do it anyway. Yes, Miss Alana King. She is a current postgraduate student of the University of the West Indies in International Relations. In 2023, she was inducted as a diplomatic ambassador with several recognitions by the Federation of Gender and Human Rights, a US-based NGO, where she spoke and wrote for Trinidad and Tobago in the areas of gender and human rights. So, Alana, thank you very much for being here with us. So as we move along, devotees, our organization, for several years now have recognizing our community leaders in doing community service, supporting our organization, stuff like that, right? So we have a few awards to be given out today. Our first awardee will be Extra Foods Limited, nationwide. The Naipaul family from small shop to supermarket success. In 1965, Mr. and Mrs. Naipaul moved from a quiet village of Felicity and opened a small grocery on Shogunas Main Road with a little more than a calculator and a dream, guided by their belief that service to man is service to God. They worked tirelessly with their children, helping after school to build both a business and legacy. After setbacks, including a devastating fire, the family rebuilt, and in 1988, their youngest son, Anu, launched a mini-mart that steadily grew into a thriving supermarket chain we know today. Now, 60 years later, the Naipaul family looks back on a journey of faith and unity. The grocery store that once relied on children sweeping floors after school has become a successful supermarket enterprise. Yet through all the growth, one thing has never changed: the family belief in serving humanity with love as service to God. A principle that has strengthened their business, earned the loyalty of their customers, and carried the company through challenges and triumphs alike. This is where the company prayer was born. With a heart full of thanksgiving and a spirit of joy, we pledge to lovingly serve humanity as service to God is service to man. Unity is strength. So today, on behalf of the Felicity Ganesh Utsav Festivals Committee, we like to honor Extra Foods Limited. This supermarket has been supporting our organization for quite a while now, and it is only fitting that we honor these great souls. And you know, the Naipauls were residents of Felicity. I can remember when my father died in 1999, the then Mr. Naipaul Sukdev, he came and he said, son, I have to come and read Ramayana, you know. I say, uncle, that's not a problem, you know. And he was here in support to our family. So today, I would like to ask a representative from the Naipaul group to come and accept this token of our appreciation. Miss Natasha Sirju, is she here? Yes. I'll ask one of our members to present it. Please convey the message to Marianne. Heavy end. What's the camera? Is it? It's not focus. Right. Our next awardees, I should say, not award. Right? This group of people, I have due respect for you all. Hunters Search and Rescue Team. was founded by Captain Valence Rambarat on the 2nd of February 2021. On this day, he led 13 hunters in a joint search with the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service for a missing female. Since then, the team has continued as a group of volunteers assisting families who loved ones gone missing. During the last 42 months, this team has assisted close to 2,000 families, wow, to be reunited with their loved ones. Unfortunately, not all missing loved ones are found alive. And during this same period, the team has recovered 151 bodies, which assisted in achieving closure. This team has transformed the unique skills of hunting and adapt these to conduct field searches for missing persons. Our research has determined that this team may be the only one of its kind in the world. Hunters Search and Rescue Team members are all volunteers, and the team is largely self-funded and provide this service free of charge. Hunters Search and Rescue Team. The team currently consists of 32 volunteers located all across Trinidad and Tobago. There are 4 team leaders for Tobago, North, Central, and South Trinidad. All members' views are considered when planning searches, missions. Well-defined search areas are mapped and a risk assessment is done. On some searches, we work alongside the Trinidad and Tobago service. The age range of our volunteers are 15 to 64 years. In terms of gender, there are 7 females and 25 males. So, Hunters Search and Rescue, on behalf of the Felicity Ganesh Utsav Festivals Committee, we'd like to honor you today. I think I would say this on behalf of our organization. I think you all deserve a national award. Yes. For the contribution you all have been doing for Trinidad and Tobago. And I think we should recommend that to the government, that you all deserve a national award. So we will put that forward to the government of Trinidad and Tobago. So Mr. Rambarat, can you please come and, Vashish, can you assist in this? Some of your members can join you. Our auditor will present this token. Yes, let's give it up for the Hunters Search and Rescue Team. Our heroes. Okay, Mr. Rambarat would like to say a few words.
Panditji, as a retired teacher, principal, schools supervisor, I thoroughly enjoyed listening to your katha this evening. And on our team, there is a mantra, a recurring mantra. And I think I could encapsulate your katha tonight with that mantra. And I want to share with the devotees tonight this mantra we have within our team. And it says, and I direct this to the adults, do the right thing because it is a right thing to do. Ganesh Raghunanan, President of the Felicity Ganesh Utsav Committee, I want to commend you for your work that you have done in this religious and cultural space called Felicity. It is well documented, and you are one of those who have been carrying on this tradition in this space. And I want to say you're doing something that's very noble. And I want you to continue, my brother, as long as you have that health and strength to just continue doing it so all of the young ones could benefit from that. And to Counselor Sundar, just by sitting next to you, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about Ramlila and your festival here in Felicity, and as well as your Diwali celebrations. To the executive members, I say continue the good work, and fellow devotees, sit around. I just want to share one thing with you. My name and face represents Hunters Search and Rescue Team. You know that. But each day, sometimes, very often for the month, there are a group of men and women who would get up on mornings and look at a message from the captain and leave their homes to go to look for missing persons who we don't even know. We don't even know their names properly. We don't know where they live, but they go out, and they are volunteers. So while I represent the face, these men and women, and there are many with us here tonight, I would like you to give them a round of applause. And by doing so, just want to share with you what this team represents. And it comes back to the young lady's speech that she gave just now. It represents hope. You see, before the formation of this team, whenever a loved one went missing, there was a scramble to find people to search. There was a lack of ideas about what you should do. And this team came together because we recognized there was a search gap in Trinidad and Tobago. There was nobody to search. There was no one with the skills to search. And so we transformed our hunting skills and we turned it into search skills. We use the technology effectively. We have our drones. We can get into Instagram or any social media account. And we have a group of people that are highly trained. We now internationally certified in wilderness risk management. But the thing is, when families get in a state of panic, the one thing they know to do is to call Hunters Search and Rescue Team. And that's the hope. And Panditji turns back into your katha that we must all have positive energies around us at all times. And so when you, Ganesh, invited us to tonight's function, we recognize that you and your team and the people in Felicity and the devotees and the Panditji and the counselor, you all resonate a vibration of positive energy. And so we thought we would all come out. They were enthusiastic about coming. You saw they came early and took in the whole kata, Panditji. They came. They didn't come to receive an award. They came to participate and to benefit from your positive energy while you benefit from ours. So on behalf of Hunters Search and Rescue Team, I bring greetings on the Ganesh Gustav celebrations, and I invoke Sri Ganesh blessings upon each and every one of you, especially to you, Mr. Ganesh Raghunandan. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rambarat, Captain Rambarat. I too will say, may Sri Ganesh continue to bless you guys, protect you, guide you, give you the intelligence to carry about your duties. And I'm really serious about that. You all deserve a national award. And we will make recommendations for that. Thank you very much. Moving along, we have in the field of education, We have two ladies. They always together. But today we have one. One is arriving tomorrow morning. I so missing her. I told Miss Kamala, I really missing her today. So I'll just read a small bio for the both of them, because them always together. They're always doing together, everything together. So as I move along, the profile of Miss Savitri Siusaran and Miss Kamala Salikram. Both of them are retired teachers who worked in several SDMS Hindu schools as teachers, heads of department, vice principal, principal. Their love for education and culture is reflected in many students. They have mentored both and culturally through the Bal Vikas program. This selfless service to community has resulted in cultivating students not only in education, but as citizens of the community of Trinidad and Tobago. By extension, in addition, Ms. Savi is attached to the Bharat Seva Sangh Ashram, where she continues to educate members on Gita reading, Ramayana singing, and recently began a music class open to everyone, free of charge. The community has indeed been blessed with these two personalities, hence the reason for honoring them today. But honestly, ladies and gentlemen, devotees, these two blessed souls, they have done so much for Felicity. As I read just now, maintain children, teaching them, free of charge. That will go a long way, miss. Very, very long way. There's so much I could say, but time will not permit me to say what I want to say to the both of you. So, Miss Kamala, as we call you, can you, on behalf of the Felicity Ganesh Utsav Festivals Committee, would like to acknowledge your service to the community. I would like Marianne to present this, one of our. Thank you very, very much, Miss Kamala. Yes. And also, I would like to ask Nadia to accept the award on behalf of Miss Savi. Nadia. Yes. I know, these two individuals really work in Bal Vikas, to teach the children. Like myself, we have the children going. So I think, Miss, you want to say a few words? Yes.
Reverend Panditji, Pandit Atmananji, Sri Ganesh, and the members of the Utsav committee, I stand here with great humility, just recognizing that we, Masavi and myself, have been recognized for our contribution to the education, culture, and more so Dharma. As I look around, I see a lot of very young people who would have passed through our hands, maybe some parents as well. And it is 15 years since I have retired as a principal, and I think it's about the same for Masavi. She's younger than me, a couple of years. And we will not give up. We continue. We have pledged our support to the Felicity Hindu School. We worked with them with the last Bal Vikas, and I know Ganeshji has been working with them with the Chautal singing. They placed first last year, and this year they were almost there, almost first. And we will continue, because as we look around and we see our children carrying on Dharma, it is with great pride for us. Money cannot pay for that. These are the seeds that our forefathers have planted, and I know with Ganesh and his family, this family has been carrying on. I know too the struggles that he has had. There are times when we met and he went from temple to temple. Pandit Vishnu would know, until at one time he had to go to the savannah to have it. But he never gave up. He was undaunted. He never gave up. He went, he asked, he moved. But according to our teachings from the Gita, it says not even a blade of grass moves without the power of the Supreme Lord. And maybe this is where he wanted to come. And this is why, as I talk to you, my paws raised. This is why I think he has come to your home. You have made this your temple. Your family has welcomed him, not only him, but us. And as parents, when we leave here, I know you would have come here, some of you with your problems, some of you with just good wishes, that you would have spoken to him. As he goes tomorrow, he will take them with him. Physically, he will not be here. But within your mind, I hope that whatever would have been said by our pundits here, you would practice some of that. And what I find disturbing as a retired teacher now, I'm a grandmother as well. I agree with Panditji. There are times when you have to be stern with your kids. And we are too busy giving our children valuables. $5,000 phone. Book bag is $1,000 plus. Whatever you see, you give to them. But we are not giving them value. Give them the values of respect, of love, teachings from your dharma. Tell them the stories of Prahalad, of all the other children who would have been there for their parents, of Seri. These katha are there. You all have been hearing them. Each year you come to these places of worship, they would have been said to you. So to you, Ganesh, on behalf of the community, I want to say thank you so much for gracing us, having us here. We are learning. We are still learning. We will continue to learn. And may Ganapati Baba and Krishna continue to shower his blessings on you, your family, members of the Ganesh Utsav, and other members of the community. And may we continue to be a very safe and loving village where we are living today. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Kamala, for your love and inspiration. As we move along quickly, in the field of media, we have Adrian Sashri Budan. He was born right here in the borough of Shogunas in 1967. He started working with the Trinidad Express in 1988 as freelance journalist. He went on to work with NBS 610 Radio, most notably during the 1990 attempted coup. He then went to work with Guardian Media in 2000 and later with Guardian Media's television arm, CNC3. For the past 3 decades, Mr. Budan has focused on promoting the culture of Central Trinidad, especially in the cultural aspect of Hinduism, Islam, and Christianity, as celebrated by our Indians, brothers and sisters. He has promoted Diwali Nagar, Kartik, Pagwa, and for several years our Ganesh Utsav celebration right here in Felicity. Mr. Budan says his dharma is his culture. And really and truly, Mr. Budan has been promoting our organization for quite a number of years. Like you will be seeing, our Ganesh Utsav will be in the newspaper. This is the guy behind it, Mr. Budan. I would really like to thank you very much. So on behalf of the Felicity Ganesh Utsav Festivals Committee, we'd like to present this token of our appreciation. Please. would like to ask Curtis to present this award. Just quick. Go a bit, please. Mr. Budan, thank you very much. Right, so that takes care of the awards part of it. Right about now, we will do our honoring of our shooters. Move on very quickly. So Panditji will guide us in this. So we will ask Auntie Rauti to come forward. Our shooters for 2025, 2024, 2025 can come forward and receive your token. I must also say thank you very much for completing the vrat for Sri Ganesh. Shooter is none other than Amit Ji. This young man did the vrat also. Must be commended for this. I'd like to ask Angel to come forward, please. Shivana, my daughter. So you're taking him out again, right? Let's see. I'd like to ask Marianne, my wife, my Dharam Patni, and yours truly, Ganesh. So we'll receive this together. Our organization, the Felicity Ganesh Utsav Festivals Committee, would like to acknowledge and pay gratitude to the person who sponsored Sri Ganesh. Our form for this year is Krishna Ganesh, as you can see. It's none other than the Kaladin family. So we'd like to say thank you very much. Mr. Akash was supposed to be here, but I think he got tied up in some other stuff. So we have something, a token for him, but we'll give him another time. So the Kaladin family did a lot in sponsoring this Murti this year. This Murti is very beautiful. It's Krishna Ganesh. It's an inspiration we got. Like I say every year, the Murti doesn't make just so. We got an inspiration to make the different designs of Lord Ganesh. So I must say thank you again to them. With their hard-earned monies, they come forward and they did this. So I would like to ask our auditor. Time is coming close, so just bear with us for a few minutes. I would like to ask our auditor to move a vote of thanks. Mr. Vashish Singh.
Thank you very much. Sitaram devotees. My job tonight is, of course, very difficult because if I begin to, start thanking all the persons that would have contributed to making this year's Ganesh Utsav a success, we'll probably be here in time for Visarjan. So I'm going to try and be as brief as I can. If I don't call any names, it's because a lot of the persons have requested that their names not be called. They did this out of service, they did it out of love, and also I don't want to forget anyone. Okay, so first of all, I must begin by thanking Bhagwan Sri Ganesh, who, of course, without his grace, none of this would have been made possible. He continues after, this is our 18th year. He continues to provide for us to be able to put on a festival like this. This is the first time we have done 9 nights of Yag. And I mean, to do this type of celebration over the full duration of the Utsav is no easy task. So we must thank Sri Ganesh for making all the nights possible. We must thank all the pundits and Vyas who has been with us over the past 9 nights, 10 nights more or less, because we started with the Sahasranam, the 1000 names of Sri Ganesh, which was done by Pandit Avinash Maharaj, who also did the first night of Yagna, followed by 5 nights done by Pandit Abhedanand Prasad Sharma, and finally our closing 3 nights was done by none other than Pandit Vishnu Ramsumair. We thank all of these Pandits for their contribution, for their inspirational discourses over the past few nights. We must thank, of course, our in-house Pandit Atmanand Prabhu, who gives of his service, the type of service that he gives day after day, long into the night sometimes. Anybody who wants to come and perform offerings on Shahawi, he's there to make sure that they can perform their offerings. And he's not the type of person who will give you a shortcut or a fasting. He will make sure that everyone is able to perform their full offering in the right way. We must thank, of course, our 2, I don't know if to call them nows, assistants for this year. You all might be thinking, why am I saying 2? We know of Vernon, of course, but everybody must know Vinayak, who was also very important this year in assisting the pundits. We want to thank by Omar and all of the musicians that has been with us, all the Kirtan groups that have been with us over the past few nights. Thank you for your lovely contributions and your beautiful renditions. I must also mention all the pundits who have graced us with their presence over the many nights. Some of you will remember Pandit Lakshmidat Prasad Maharaj, Pandit Sivanarayan Maharaj, Pandit Biswajit, Pandit Veda Prasad, Pandit Mukram Sirju, who is the Vice President of the IRO. They have all blessed us with their presence over the course of the Yag. I must thank, of course, all dignitaries or office bearers, members of parliament, government ministers who have also came and brought words of greetings. Mr. Colin Neil Gosain, Member of Parliament for Shagonas West, Mr. Ravi Ratiram, Minister of Agriculture, Mr. Rudy Indar Singh, Mr. Amar Samaru, and of course Councillor Sundar Joku. Thank you all very much for your presence. I must make mention again to the Shrotas who have performed devotion over the past year. And of course, this was not an easy task because, as you know, we do our Ganesh Chaturthi monthly, and they have been coming out every month to do their duty and to perform their offerings. They have been here every evening, sometimes from 4 p.m. to start the rituals through puja and all of that. So thank you all very much to all the Shrotas. As Ganesh mentioned, our Murti this year was kindly sponsored by the Kaladin family. So of course we must thank the Kaladin family for their gracious donation towards this Murti, this lovely depiction of the Ganesh, Krishna Ganesh. And may Ganesh Ji continue to bless your family, your children, your grandchildren, your businesses. I have to thank, on behalf of all of us, I have to thank the Raghunanan family for graciously, welcoming us into your home and for allowing us to come here to perform devotion. Decorations, this Yagyashala has been transformed by decorator Ravi Moon. And of course, there was a lot of work that had to be done prior to even the start of the yag. So I must make mention of all those persons who would have contributed in any way to preparing here, preparing the home, cleaning and making sure that, the home is ready for prayer. I have to thank also the sound and lights, the sound system, which has been done by Musical Kiss. Team of Musical Kiss. Thank you very much. Every night we leave here very, very satisfied because we are going home with a lovely, delicious bag of parsad and a nice box of food to take home. So we must give thanks to all those persons who would have contributed in any way. Of course, the cooks. We had different persons cooking at different times, but each night was very, very delicious, I must say. All the helpers and those who would have helped in the preparation of, having things ready, ingredients ready for the cooks. There are persons who would have contributed in, what some might think is in a very minute way, but it is deeply appreciated. There was someone who came every day to deliver the roti for us. Right, and he did that. He took the time out of his day and his job to be able to commit to that task. To the Parsad team, like I said, I'm not going to call each name, but you all know who you are, who would have prepared Parsad every day. The teams responsible for parceling and putting those boxes of food together so that we can just, get our box and leave when that time comes. So all the persons who would have been part of parceling and preparing the food. There was also what we like to call a hospitality team that was responsible for taking care of the inside kitchen for, the pundits and those persons, to have a special meal prepared for them inside. So thank you to the hospitality team and for those who would have prepared delicious desserts as well for those for the pundits and so on. I have to also thank persons who would have come in very early on mornings to clean and prepare the murti. There were a lot of persons, I understand, this year who were coming in very early on mornings as you can see, the state of the murti by the end of the night, right? So I imagine it's a very difficult and tedious task to get the murti cleaned up and prepared every day. There's also a young lady who came every morning to mop and sweep and clean and prepare this area as well before any chalhawi was done. So thank you to those persons. I must thank all the broadcasters who continue to carry our celebrations in the Felicity Ganesh Utsav community. Big thank you to Sankhya TV, who continue to broadcast us, to the G1 Tattva online stream, and of course the Felicity Ganesh Utsav Facebook page, which also was done live every night. So finally, I would like to thank anyone who contributed in any way, whether big or small, financially or otherwise, in assisting whenever you saw something that needed to be done, and you took that initiative to get it done and to assist to make sure that everything was organized and ready each day. So thank you to all of you who assisted, and of course, last of all, I must thank each and every one of you who came out night after night to listen to the lovely discourses and to participate in our yug for the past 9 nights. So thanks once again to everyone, and we hope to see you all again for the monthlies, as well as next year as we continue to grow from strength to strength. Thank you, and Sitaram.
Thank you very much, Vashish. I personally would like to thank Panditji, the founder of Ganesh Utsav in Felicity. So let's give it up to Vishnu Ramsumair. You are the founder. And like we always say, Ganesh Utsav in Felicity wouldn't be Ganesh Utsav if you're not here. So thank you very, very much. Yes, so Sankhya Television. Year after year, you have been carrying us, recording our kathas and pujas to the world, to Trinidad and Tobago. It's the first Hindu TV station, Sankhya Television. Let me hear it for Sankhya. Yes. Right, so in order for this to happen, we have to have some sponsors. And this thing is not no little bit of money when it comes to TV. So I would just like to call out quickly some of our corporate sponsors for Sankhya Television. So we have Z India Expo, Cetal Fabricating and Construction Limited, Oilfield Marine Sales Services Limited, Passad the Food King, Felicity Community Pharmacy, RJB Building and Civil Engineering Contractors Limited, Satya Bhavan Puja and Variety Store, Prem Singh Puja Bhavan, The Little Store Limited, Bali Shopping Mart in Petersfield, Chaguanas, Solo Supermarket in Freeport, all ex-Anna's Enterprises Limited, Hardlines Marketing Limited, Das Funeral Home, Executive Corporate Transit Services Limited, Syscon Limited, Vitra Stephen and Family, Seven Stars Produce Limited, Best Motors Limited, Extra Foods Supermarket Limited, Billy's Auto Supplies, the Member of Parliament for Chaguanas West, Dr. Colin Neil Gosain, BDC Transport, and Upper Level Educational Institute. So, on behalf of the Felicity Ganesh Utsav Festival Committee, we'd like to thank all our corporate sponsors in giving their hard-earned money to have this program on Sankhya Television. You know, we can express how much the love, you know, you all have showed year after year. And to all the devotees who give their donations also, you know, we must say thank you. Without your support, this cannot go on. So we like to say thank you, thank you, thank you as we bring the curtains down for 2025. So on behalf of the Felicity Ganesh Utsav Festivals Committee, we'd like to say thank you so much. It was a wonderful year of devotion. I must say, this Utsav celebration everything went smoothly, I must say. With the blessings of Sri Ganesh, I ask that he bless each and every one of us in a very special way. He knows best, right? And with this said, I know it's getting late, so we will now hand over to Pandit Vishnu, so we will do the arti, how we are accustomed to it. Oh, yes, we have to do the promote here then. So, Sitaram once more. Devotees.
Prem se bole Sri Ganesh Bhagwan ki jai. And I believe, and I think I am quite sure that my 18 years here with you, I think most of those years I had Omar with me. Not so, Omar? Quite. I think it's nearly all 18 years Omar was with me down here also. Prem se bole Sri Ganesh Bhagwan ki jai. Let us all please stand. As we perform Purnahuti, whatever desire, whatever wish you have in your heart at this time, you make it to Sri Ganesh Bhagwan. I myself at this time, as we do Purnahuti, will also extend my prayer to a very wonderful lady who I have met over 25, 30 years when television was not there for us. This lady used to come and carry my programs live on radio. She's not well today. She's in the nursing home, and I send my prayer to her also. And all those who are here, whatever be your concern, whatever be your wish, to Sri Ganesh, make it at this time. Om Samukascha Ekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakam Lambodarascha Vikto Viganasham Ganadepati Namaham. Om Dhumraketu Ganayaksho Balachandro Gajianaham Dvadeshkani Namami Yatsrinudayapim Vedyarambe Vivahe Cha Pravishe Nirgamitatam Sandrami Sankeche Evam Vignam Tasya Na Jayatim. Om Gam Ganapati Namaham. Om Gam Ganapati Namah. Om Gam Ganapati Namah. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudhachyate Purnasya Purnamadhayam Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Sri Ganesha Bhagwan Purnahuti Gum Shanti Swaha. Ganesh Bhagwan ki, Parvati Mata ki, Shiva Bhagwan ki. Om Mandakini Astu Yarvari Sarvapaparam Divyam Tatidam Kalipratam Samyajyam Archmanyam Prantwayam. As we fan the fire, receive the blessings of the Havan. Om Udbhuda Swagani Prate Jagrahe Tvamishtapurti Samsrije Tamayam Cham Asmin Sadhasmin Aryutadhasmin Vishwe Devaya Jamane Chaisi Jatam Agadevata Ki Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha Deva. Mata Tero Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Mata Tero Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesha Deva. Mata Tero Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Mata Tero Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesha Deva. Mata तेरो पार्वती पिता महादेवा माता तेरो पार्वती पिता महादेवा जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता तेरो पार्वती पिता महादेवा पार्वती पिता महादेवा लड्डुअन का भोग लागे संत कर सेवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा
माता तेरो पार्वती पिता महादेवा माता तेरो पार्वती पिता महादेवा
जय गणेश
जय गणेश देवा माता तेरो पार्वती पिता
महादेवा
माता तेरो पार्वती पिता महादेवा एक दंत धायवंती चार भुजधारी एक दंत धायवंती चार भुजधारी मस्तक सिंदूर सोहे मूषकी ये सवारी जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता तेरो पार्वती पिता महादेवा माता तेरो पार्वती पिता महादेवा जय गणेश जय गणेश
जय गणेश देवा
माता तेरो पार्वती पिता महादेवा माता तेरो पार्वती पिता महादेवा और चढ़ावे फूल चढ़ावे और चढ़ावे मेवा और चढ़ावे फूल चढ़ावे और चढ़ावे मेवा भजन के पुत्र देख निर्धन को माया जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता तेरो पार्वती पिता महादेवा माता तेरो पार्वती पिता महादेवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता तेरो पार्वती पिता महादेवा माता तेरो पार्वती पिता महादेवा गम गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्ट विनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाबा मोरिया गम गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्ट विनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाबा मोरिया गम गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्ट विनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाबा मोरिया ओम गम गणपते नमो नमः
अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया ओम गं गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया गं गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया गं गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया ओम गं गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया ओम गं गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया ओम गं गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया ओम गं गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे हे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे हे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे हे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे हे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे हे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे हे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे हे मोरया 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 रे मोरया 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 रे हे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे हे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे हे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे हे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे हे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे हे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे हे मोरया 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 रे मोरया 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 रे हे मोरया 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 रे मोरया 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 रे हे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे हे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे हे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे हे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे हे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे हे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे मोरया रे बाप्पा मोरया रे
Ganesh Bhagwan ki. Put in the hands together, closing the physical eyes, we all pray. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Sarvesham Mangalam Bhuyat Sarveshantu Niramayam Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Matachit Dukhabhavim Om Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सेखा त्वमेवं त्वमेव विद्यां द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव ॐ शान्ति अन्तरिक्षं शान्ति पृथ्वी शान्ति रापो शान्ति औषधे शान्ति वनस्पति शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति साम शान्तिरिधि हरि ओम शान्ति 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 हरि ओम। गणेश भगवान की, पार्वती माता की, शिव भगवान की, सनातन धर्म की, ओम श्री गुरुदेवता की जय जय सीताराम। All please have your seats. Ganesh Bhagwan ki. Have your seats. Arati Prasad will come to you. Meals are there for you all. Sitaram.
राम नाम सोही जानिए जो रमता सकल जहान गत गत में जो रम रहा उसको राम पहचान तेरा राम जी करेंगे मेरा पार रे मेरा पार रे मेरा पार काहे को दरे रे काहे को दरे तेरा राम जी करेंगे मेरा पार उदासी मन काहे को दरे तेरा राम जी
Step into style with Silver Tag Menswear, where top brand names meet unbeatable prices. From casual, cool to clean and classic, we've got your look. Your favorite brands: Guess, Armani Exchange, Ralph Lauren, Psycho Bunny, Van Heusen and Tommy Hilfiger. Conveniently located at Twin Walls, number 69 South Trunk Road, Gulfview. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook for the latest arrivals at Silver Tag Menswear or call 780-5000